This is exit planning when you give away your stuff. So this is an excerpt from my book titled Toxic Encounters, Why You Should Go No Contact, Post Rebounding, and it is the third part in a three-part series. The book will be available on Amazon Spring 2021. So I'm just going to read the excerpt and then do a little analysis. In assessing my relationship with my ex and my complicity, I knew that the last go-round with him had to be the last. I still loved him, but I realized that I cannot give away all of my stuff. I would not have any left for myself and for others. There are so many people hurting over rebound relationships. They think because they are able to get someone that they are productive and fulfilling goals in their lives. This could not be farther from the truth. Rebound relationships are the epitome of setback. When you enter, entertain, and endure a rebound relationship, you are truly setting yourself back from accomplishing any of the goals you have for yourself, and you are essentially giving away your stuff. This is important. I got this giving away your stuff from the author for Colored Girls. I forgot the full title. But there's this whole monologue where the actor in the film is basically talking about I almost gave away my stuff. I almost gave him all my stuff. Or he almost ran off with my stuff. He almost ran away with my stuff. And I believe, stuff can be interpreted in a number of ways. It could be your sex, it could be your body, it can be your mind, it can be your heart, it can be your money, it could be your spirit man, your spirit being. But when we remain in toxic relationships, still pouring into an empty well, we are essentially giving away our stuff. That we have to remember that we have to live in this body. We have to manage our mind. We have to protect our own hearts. We have to cover ourselves financially as an adult. And the more you continue to invest in other people to your detriment, the less you find yourself covering yourself as an adult, because you tend to depend on the person for some kind of emotional support. You reason that, well, I'm loyal, so he must be loyal. And that could not be farther from the truth. Just because you are loyal, just because you care, just because you invest, just because you will go to your pocketbook to help the person, does not mean that the person thinks the same way. Even if he is a person sleeping in the bed with you every night, that just because he's in the house doesn't mean that he's in the house. Just because you helped him in some area doesn't mean that he's going to help you. I remember a time when I used to help somebody with their rent. And I had my rent. I had the money to pay my rent. But then I would give them, really, what I realized later, a portion of my rent. Instead of paying up my rent and instead of consistently ensuring that I can cover myself, I took a portion of my money and gave it to them and said, oh, you don't have to pay me back, right? But when it came time for me to need help, I couldn't get them to help me. And this was just a regular person. It wasn't even a romantic situation. And one day I just cried. I said, I just can't keep doing this kind of stuff. I'm tired of this. I can't keep doing this. And I prayed, and God gave me a strategy. I still gave the person the money, but I loaned it. This time I loaned it to him, and I told him that that the money, I'm going to need it in a few months, right? And the person paid me back, and it was hard for the person to pay me back at that time. But that's what happens when you let somebody rely on you financially. They believe that they can always do so, and that when it comes time for them to really need it. So in the beginning, they were really crying wolf. Now they actually need it, but you need your own money. So you gave away your stuff in the sense that you didn't give instruction with the money. Any money that you get comes with instruction. You just gave the money, and they assumed that they can always come back and get money from you. So as soon as you give away your stuff, you have immediately set yourself back. If you had already covered yourself and all of your other bills were paid, and maybe you took the money out of some extra account that you have, like a petty cash, not your emergency savings or anything like that, but some little petty cash that you kind of play around with anyway, okay, that might be a little different. But if you're taking money out of your emergency savings to give to somebody that you don't even know for certain if they have a true emergency, you just set yourself back. Now you're going to have to replenish that money. What would happen if you lost your job? So giving away your stuff, you have to be careful about when you give away your stuff, especially when you give away your mind and your body. You have to wear your body the rest of your life until death. You have to manage your mind the rest of your life until death. If you're giving over your mind to people, letting them waste your time and waste your heart and waste your finances, it's going to wear on you later. You're going to find yourself in burnout, because remember, your regular everyday responsibilities already have their own challenges. They already have some kind of burden aspect of it. They already have a process. And so when you add somebody else's responsibilities and burdens and challenges and processes on top of yours and lay them on your back, you're going to eventually burn out. And when you really need help, you may not have that person to depend on. So you want to be sure that you hold something back. Don't give the whole store. Don't give everything over to somebody, even a partner. Today I would not just have a single bank account if I was married. Because if he's cheating, if he decides to cheat or leave, he could take money out of that bank account and leave me completely broke or homeless. And I've already been down that road. I don't want to do that again. I would say he keeps his bank account, I keep my bank account, and we share a bank account together for the household finances. So if he ever decided to leave, I have something of my own. I would never leave myself completely uncovered. That's what when you give away your stuff really means. Never leave yourself completely uncovered. Hopefully you were able to gain some insight from that brief passage. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. You may visit my website as well as send me an email. Any of the reference books will be available on Amazon Spring 2021. Thank you for visiting the channel.